Here's a scary thought.
Every single day, your brain is actively deleting memories.
That means right now, you are slowly forgetting most of what happened just yesterday.
It sounds terrifying, doesn't it?
But don't worry.
Today, I'm going to show you exactly how memory works, and more importantly, how you can stop your brain from hitting the delete button on the things you want to remember.
First things first, let's clear up a common misconception.
Your memory is not like a camera or a hard drive on a computer.
It doesn't just record and save everything perfectly. Instead, your brain acts more like a very selective curator. It only keeps what it thinks is important, and it discards the rest.
The good news, you can actually teach your brain what's important enough to keep. So, how does this whole process start? It all begins with attention. If you don't pay attention to something, it simply never gets saved.
It's that simple. Think of attention as the front door to your brain. If the door is closed, nothing gets in. No attention equals no memory. When you do focus on something, say, a new concept you're learning, your brain tries to encode that information.
Encoding is just a fancy word for turning what you see and hear into electrical and chemical signals that your brain can understand and store.
But here's the catch. This initial encoding is very weak.
It's fragile.
That's why you can learn a new name 1 minute and forget it the next. The initial trace just wasn't strong enough to stick around.
Imagine your brain is like a super busy office. Every single day, tons of information comes flooding in: emails, phone calls, reports, you name it.
To keep things from descending into chaos, the office manager has to decide what's urgent, what can be filed away, and what's just junk mail to be thrown out. Your brain does the same thing.
To stay organized and efficient, it regularly deletes information it thinks you don't need anymore. This brings us to the golden rule of memory. You forget because your brain thinks the information is no longer relevant. So, why does your brain decide to throw something away? It usually comes down to 3 main reasons: no attention, no repetition, and no meaning.
If you weren't paying attention in the first place, the memory was never really formed.
If you never review or use the information again, your brain assumes it was a one-time thing that isn't needed long-term.
And if the information has no meaning or connection to anything you already know, if it's just boring, random, or confusing, your brain will toss it out to make room for more useful stuff.
So, how do we fight this natural process of forgetting?
How do we tell our brain, hey, this piece of information is important?
Keep this.
The answer is to work with your brain, not against it. We need to send it strong signals.
The most powerful signal is repetition.
Each time you review or recall a piece of information, you are strengthening the neural pathway associated with it. Quick, spaced out reviews are like telling your brain, I'm still using this.
This is important. It transforms that weak, initial encoding into a strong, long-term memory.
Another trick is to make things meaningful.
Our brains are not designed to remember long lists of abstract facts.
They are designed to remember stories, images, and connections. The brain loves pictures far more than it loves words.
So, when you're learning something new, try to visualize it.
Create a mental movie. If you're learning about a historical event, imagine you're there. If you're studying a scientific process, picture the molecules moving and interacting. This creates more connections and makes the memory much stickier. Here is a pro tip, and perhaps the fastest way to truly remember something. Try to explain it to someone else.
The act of teaching forces your brain to organize the information in a clear, logical way. You can't explain what you don't understand. When you retrieve the information and structure it to make sense to another person, you are performing the ultimate form of active recall. It's like a workout for your memory. And finally, don't underestimate the power of sleep.
Sleep is not downtime for your brain.
It's when your brain gets to work consolidating memories.
While you're sleeping, your brain replays the neural patterns of things you learned during the day, strengthening them and transferring them from short-term to long-term storage.
Getting enough quality sleep is absolutely crucial for a good memory. So let's recap the strategy.
To build strong memories, you need to focus deeply, but for short, manageable periods.
Review what you learn regularly.
Connect new ideas to things you already know to give them meaning. Use visualization, and get plenty of sleep. Forgetting is a normal, natural part of how our brains work.
But building a powerful memory isn't about luck.
It's about strategy.
The more you practice these smart learning techniques, the better your memory will become. You have the power to train your brain.
Don't let it delete your dreams.
If you learned something new today and want more simple science videos like this one, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.
Thanks for watching.